Hey y'all, it's your girl Amani Sawari here. I am the founder of Sawari Media. We have a bi-monthly prisoner newsletter, the Right2Vote Report, and it lets them know about the current events and the legislation that impacts them. So for today's episode, we are going to be checking out a letter that was sent to me. This letter was sent to me during the height of the panorama. For folks who are curious about how people in prison had to live during that period of time, during the height of that period of time, this piece of correspondence may be helpful for you. Dear Miss Sawari, how are you? I hope fine and that all is well during these hard times. I'm doing well considering the circumstances. However, the men here at Toledo Correctional Institution need some help with spreading the word as to what is going. They haven't fed us breakfast in like 8 or 9 days. And it's actual incarcerated people who are the actual cooks, who do the food prep, who serve the people, who put the plates together. Those are prisoners who do that work. If those folks have been impacted by the spread of illness in any way, let's say they're ill, okay, then, or their bunkie's ill and now they might be ill, they've come into contact, then they probably aren't going to be able to serve food. And if you work in the cafeteria, then you come into contact with everybody and you're more susceptible. We're supposed to be receiving a brunch meal at lunchtime. However, we only receive a regular meal. And at dinner time, we get a snack bag consisting of cold cuts, a small bag of chips, and fruit. Cold cuts, I'm guessing, is some sort of bologna meat. It looks as though the meal preparation throughout the day is completely off. So breakfast is completely cut. What used to be brunch is now lunch, and what used to be dinner is now a snack. And this is during a period of time where folks already don't have access to the nutrients that they need to stay healthy. They are not allowing us hand sanitizer or cleaning supplies for daily cleaning, even though they know that it's inmates and staff members in the building who tested positive. Let's continue on. They are not checking the inmates like they do the staff members. They are not letting everyone receive video visits from family at a time like this. So there was a period of time where people who were incarcerated were not getting access to testing. And so if they showed symptoms, then they were automatically put into some sort of solitary quarantine situation. But the staff were being tested every single day. And so incarcerated folks were looking at how frequently staff members were being tested and how infrequently they were being tested. And it just felt like their lives were not being prioritized when it's the staff that are there to serve them. It says they are not letting everyone receive video visits from family at a time like this, and they are not making a mandatory social distancing order go into effect. And so on top of not being given the regular meals that you're used to getting and not being given access to regular testing, incarcerated folks were also not being given their video visits. And so it says guys are being put in the hole for speaking up about not getting the correct portion of food. People who are demanding that they get an adequate nutrient meal are being put into solitary for that. And so we can see how this quarantine area is being overused and the use of solitary confinement is being manipulated. It ends with, on behalf of the men here at TOCI, can you please contact Toledo, Blade newspaper, or whoever you feel you need to contact to let it be. So when I initially read this letter, I was already in the midst of doing a rapid response grant. I did make rapid response funds available to all my subscribers, and quite a few folks, including, I believe, someone at Toledo, definitely in Ohio, were able to make use of those funds so that they could purchase individual supplies. When it came to this type of situation, these were the conditions that folks in prison were forced to face while they were incarcerated. And it came to a point where people in prison were finally able to get regular testing. And as a result of the testing, a lot of people were being moved from place to place to place. And I really appreciate that this person took the time to document their experience or what they were experiencing while they were incarcerated.